Temperatures for January have reached an all-time high in a number of nations across Europe. In Switzerland, temperatures hit 20 degrees Celsius, and the warm weather has affected ski resorts across the Alps, which have seen a snow shortage. National records have fallen in 8 countries. Here's some examples. In Belarus, on January the 1st, it hit a record high of 16.4 degrees Celsius, more than 4 degrees above average. On the same day in Poland, it was 18.9 degrees, again 4 degrees higher than the previous record for the month. And in Bilbao, Spain, it reached 25.1 degrees, 10 above average, equivalent to the average in July. Well, let's get more on this with our climate correspondent, Jonah Fisher.
Well, to be quite frank, it's remarkable, not just the scale of this, the band of warm weather that has passed across Europe from just off the coast of West Africa has gone across Spain, through Central Europe. It's been warming everywhere up as far as Ukraine and beyond. It's not just about that scale, but it's about how much these records are being broken by. We're looking at 4 degrees in Poland. That's the hottest temperature recorded in January. In Poland, 4.5 degrees in Belarus, and national records for January being broken in a whole host of other countries across Europe. So this is something, meteorologists are calling an extreme weather event. It's very much not run of the mill. We're seeing temperatures of 19 degrees in places where the average is usually below 0 for this time of year. So an extremely different start to the year, a start of the year that people, that certainly meteorologists are looking at with an incredible amount of interest. It does have to be said that things do appear to have cooled down a little bit over the last day or two. January the 1st and January the 2nd were the days where we saw most of those records being broken.
Yeah, when climatologists look at these extreme weather events, what is it they study? How can they analyse and conclude whether or not they are linked to climate change?
Yeah, it's always the tempting question to immediately want to know, OK, is this due to climate change? So climate scientists are reluctant, particularly in the immediate aftermath, to immediately attribute a specific weather event to climate change. They will be looking at the details. But what they can say is that the world in its entirety is warming. We know that by more than a degree from pre-industrial periods. And because it is warming, there will be more extreme weather events. And that means heat waves. This is effectively a winter heat wave, and that those weather events will be more intense. So what they'll be looking at now in relation to these particularly hot days across Central and Eastern Europe is how has climate change made it more likely? They will be running their models both with the inputs of humans in terms of greenhouse gases that we put in the atmosphere. They'll be running it and seeing how often this sort of event occurs in that scenario, and then comparing it with scenarios where humans haven't been pumping carbon dioxide into the atmosphere.
Jonah Fisher there.